Alright, y'all, it's time for some transparency. Okay, so if you guys clicked on this video, you guys are mad interested to see how much a gaming YouTube channel like myself, averaging around 400 to 500,000 views, makes a month. Now listen, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to brag. If anything, this is the type of video that I wanted to see whenever I was 15 years old, because that is whenever I started my YouTube channel. So listen. Take this video with a grain of salt, and also I want you guys to take some inspiration from this video. By no means am I a huge YouTuber at all. Majority of you guys watching this video have probably never seen my face before because I'm typically a 2K YouTuber. I'm trying to branch out and show you guys, for transparency reasons, how much you guys could possibly be making a month depending on if you guys are wanting to pursue YouTube as a full-time career. Now also, let me just say, if you guys have ever thought about making a YouTube channel, there is no reason, and I mean no reason, not to at least try to make a YouTube channel. At the end of the day, bro, there is no reason to regret something so cool and such a dope occupation such as YouTube to not give it a try. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm not going to guarantee y'all are going to make $10,000 your first month on YouTube. I'm not even going to guarantee you guys are going to make $5 the very first video you guys ever post. It took me realistically over a year to even see some sort of revenue. And if you guys aren't devoted enough to even try that grind, it might not be the grind that you guys are looking for. Now, if anything, I want you guys to even take those words for inspiration because I just challenged you guys. Start a YouTube channel and see where it goes. And if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. At least you know you tried. But without further ado though, let's just hop into how much money I make on YouTube as of October 2020. Okay, so jumping into my YouTube revenue. You guys are going to see this big number right here, and whether you guys think that's a lot of money or not, I made $2,400 in the month of October. Now, looking at this as well, you guys are going to notice the view count. I got 467,000 views, and that helped translate into this revenue you guys see right now. But I want to show you guys a more in-depth into my revenue, just so you guys understand how revenue is actually made within YouTube. Now, views obviously do matter, but it's also going to come down to the videos you post, if there's an actual demand for the videos, and whatever genre you guys post within. So if you guys are a finance channel, a gaming channel like me, there's going to be a lot of differences between how much money you do get paid per 1,000 views. So jumping into my actual revenue, these are the two numbers that you guys need to know the most. Playback based CPM is the amount of money that advertisers will pay YouTube based off of 1,000 views. For my case, it is $8. Now given, look, this will definitely vary. There are some days where I don't get paid as much. Like for example, October 31st, they paid YouTube $10.59 for advertisements per 1,000 views. And there's some days where you get paid $6.48. Once you learn what the CPM is, you guys need to know what the RPM is, because this is the number that matters the most within your videos. This is how much the advertisers are going to pay you directly after YouTube gets their cut. So for example, they get a $3 cut and I get the rest. So I get around, in the month of October, $5.15 on average per 1,000 views. Now, obviously, there's days like October 31st where I got paid $7.38, and then there's down days where I only get paid around $4. Now, also, like I said, within the gaming industry and the gaming niche as a whole, depending on what video you post, there's going to be a high demand or a low demand. If you post something like a mixtape for NBA 2K21, there's going to be a lot less demand for advertisers to put actual ads on your content. Rather than if you guys post, like, let's say a jump shot video for NBA 2K21, there's going to be a difference in how much you make per video. So not all videos are created the same. So just know that as well. So also within my revenue, don't just think that every day is going to be the same. And this is what I wanted to harp on at the beginning of the video. There's going to be some days, like for example, I made $145 in a day. And there's also going to be some days where you make like $34. Now, this is obviously going to be dependent on how consistent you are, which is going to be another key in your YouTube success. If you guys are not consistent, there's going to be a lot of backlash within your content and how much money you guys could possibly make while on this journey. Okay, so let's just use Stephan as an example. Like I said, he has 2.5 billion subscribers and he's making $1.5 million per year base revenue off of YouTube alone. But if you guys see right here, his RPM per 1,000 views is almost $15. And that is another thing I want to say. Within whatever subgenre you guys go into, whatever niche you guys do go into, whether it be gaming, finance, health, anything you guys post videos on, advertisers will pay you a certain amount of money per 1,000 views based off the content that you do post. Now, there's going to be a lot of difference between a video, like for me, for example, I'm in the 2K community. So if I do a dribble tutorial, advertisers are going to pay me way less on something like that rather than a video pertaining to how to make money on YouTube, all right? So obviously advertisers are going to pay me less money for a dribble tutorial on NBA 2K21 rather than when there's much more appeal to a video like how much money YouTubers will make. Okay, so obviously advertisers are going to pay more money with a video with more higher appeal rather than my type of videos, any type of really gaming type of content, whether it be tutorial videos or like how-to videos. A lot of things are going to vary, so just know that before you hop into YouTube, if your main goal is money, gaming might just not be for you if you don't actually have a passion for it. Whenever it comes to kid-friendly content, advertisers are going to pay you for that, but if your content is something like vlogs where you're constantly cussing, making a bunch of belligerent claims, or doing anything that advertisers would deem like bad, they are either not going to pay you or put relatively more toxic ads on your video, and or you guys might not even get paid. There's plenty of examples of bigger YouTubers pulling in like no money. David Dobrik, for example, he gets majority of his money strictly through not advertisements but sponsorships, and that's going to be a whole different type of video. I don't really want to hop into that. I want to dive more deep into my revenue. Because like I said, hard work does pay off, and throughout my lifetime, I want to show you guys here, I have made a total throughout my lifetime on YouTube of $13,000 off of 11.6 million views. Now, again, a lot of this has varied since the adpocalypse a long time ago, and also the fact that I took a 4-year break from YouTube. I just wasn't passionate within YouTube anymore, and it shows within my analytics. So like I said, diving deeper into this $13,000 that I've made totally from YouTube, you guys are going to see that advertisers, again, this is going to vary because there's been a lot of things that have changed throughout the 6-year period that I have been on YouTube. But on average, I made about $1.13 off of my 12 million views, give or take. And that's going to pull in roughly about $13,000. A lot of things have changed. Again, just keep that in mind. And obviously here, for example, my highest viewed video with no really viewer retention has made me a total of about $1,000. Now, you guys need to realize whenever it comes to things like this, viewer retention is what's really going to bring in the most money. The worst part about YouTube revenue is you guys get this $13,000, for example. They take no taxes off, and you guys are expected to take at least 15% alone just out of your income. So you need to save that before the next tax season. So just know that as well going into it. Now, also, you guys need to keep in mind another thing that's going to be important is your watch time. Watch time is going to help generate your videos to put them higher on the recommended, and as well as things like how many ads you guys will see on a video. Now, also, you guys need to realize at this point in YouTube's lifespan, if you make a video over 8 minutes, you are allowed to put multiple advertisements on said video. If it's anything lower than that, you're only allowed to have 1 to 2 advertisements per video. So if you make your content longer than 8 minutes and you get decent watch time retention, that is going to generate the most income possible if you guys are set solely on generating as much money as you can. And listen, there's no shame in doing that, because it's as simple as if you guys work a normal job like a 9 to 5, and you go in there and you don't get paid for what you do, what is the whole premise of doing it? Again, passion needs to lie somewhere within that, but it is unrealistic to think that someone's going to post every day of their life on YouTube and expect to get nothing in return. Now, obviously, you guys need to get to a point where you guys can monetize your content, and I recommend doing that to the best of your ability. Put out as good content as you can, but at the same time, in my recommended opinion, at least for the gaming industry alone, post stuff that people are actually going to watch, and then once you gain a viewer base, start posting videos that are deemed like not advertiser friendly, in the aspect of videos that they're not going to want to put as many ads on, because that's actually stuff you want to do. If you guys do it the opposite way, there's a low chance that you guys will actually be able to blow up unless your content is mad original or you just get lucky within the algorithm. Now, also, you guys need to realize, depending on what month it is, like right now it's October, so there is a more high demand for advertisers to put stuff on your content. Okay, so now for like April, so this is whenever I came back to YouTube, and this is why the gaming industry and gaming niches aren't the best for making revenue. You guys are going to notice a big change in my revenue, and views did not drop off at all. This is because the game that I had posted within that cycle, advertisers are not paying that much money, and this is the one bad thing about being a strictly gaming channel, and this is why you guys see a lot of people branching out from the gaming niche itself and then going into other things within their YouTube career. Like I said, I only had 50,000 less views in the month of April, but I made $1,800 less than I would normally. The most money I made in a day in April was $45, and in that day I had 20,000 views. Let's hop into my CPM and my RPM. You guys are going to see advertisers in the month of April for my gaming channel only paid around $4 per 1,000 views, and I only took home $1.59. So also, whenever it comes to a gaming niche, don't just think that just because you're making so much money one month that it's going to keep translating based on how many views you get. This is always going to be dependent on how much advertisers will pay. So you guys, in some cases, might get screwed over, and I'm not going to lie to you, that's the worst part about trying to be consistent on this, because this is depressing, I'm not going to lie. If you guys are solely based off looking at how much money you guys are going to make, you're going to compare the month where you guys see I made $625 off 400,000 views to a high month where I made $2,400 off of 460,000 views. And that is one thing I just want to express. Keep that in mind whenever you guys are starting a channel. Don't just go for it for the money, because in the long run, it's just not going to be worth it. For a more realistic look at my income the past 2 months, the most I made within this 90-day period was $258 in one day. Now, a lot of you guys are going to be like, that's a decent amount of money. And this is very true, but you guys also need to realize within this, there was some days where I made $4. Now, given I didn't post on those days, but it just shows you that consistency within YouTube, especially whenever it comes to monetizing your videos, is going to be key. There's going to be periods where you get like $40. And again, there's going to be periods where you guys are on average making about $200. And this is the biggest thing whenever it comes to YouTube. I'm not going to lie to you. And like I said, it's really going to vary depending on how many views you guys get, your RPM for selected days. There's some days where I got paid $2 for 1,000 views. And like I said, on Halloween, I got paid $7.38. Now, can you imagine what the bigger size YouTubers are making currently? If you guys actually have a passion to make a channel, I would 100% recommend doing that, because there is no shame in making a YouTube channel, and it doesn't hurt to at least try, all right? So just know that going into YouTube, everything's not going to be perfectly fine. Everything's not going to run as smooth as you think it's going to be. There's going to be some bumps in your road, and there's going to be a lot of things that you're not going to expect to happen within your YouTube channel. That's going to happen, whether it be you blowing up or waiting a year until you guys finally start collecting revenue. And don't be afraid to post videos that are outside of your niche genre, because you never know, some video might blow up and that might jumpstart your YouTube career. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and as well as subscribe, bro. I know this isn't my typical type of video, but I wanted to be transparent with y'all. So regardless, bro, like I said, it's been your boy JJ2K. I am out. Peace.